Batman, I'm about to ask you a deeply personal question. Watchtower, initiate self-destruct sequence. I was going to ask Lois, but it's easier with you. Is it to do with the nude eye center? Because I was still wearing the mask, so technically... What's it like not having powers? Oh, well, it's all I've ever known, so I guess normal. I admire how you cope with your disability. My what now?
Actually, I kind of envy him. I hate my powers.
Is it because you're just a less attractive version of me? Because I love that about you.
No, it's my immortality. It's really not as great as you think.
You know who would disagree? My parents, who were murdered right in front of me when I was a child. Living forever sounds like a pretty sweet gig to me. What's the downside?
Well, the obvious one is that you have to watch everyone you ever loved die.
If only I could relate.
Which makes you never want to love anyone. It's basically just slow emotional torture.
I've solved the problem for you. Only love yourself. You can't die, so win-win.
That doesn't really help.
Hey, no need to thank me. Want to get dinner later? I'm pretty sure Lois has been cheating on me, so I'm incredibly depressed.
And everything's just so boring. Like, I've literally seen it all. Nothing's funny or interesting or exciting.
You know, you're sounding like one of my Robins. The dead one? What? No, not the dead one. That doesn't even make sense. What the hell is wrong with you? Hey, listen, man, I was just trying to cheer her up.
I've been around so long that I even find war boring. I've been in hundreds of them.
Like the American Civil War.
Yeah, the South was lovely that time of year.
Wait, what?
You know, my womb is technically considered a historical artifact.
Guys, I've taken a sudden interest in history. I don't trust something that bleeds for thousands of years and doesn't die.
I remember the invention of stairs. It feels like it happened last week.
Stairs. The original supervillain. Bruce, just how disabled are you? I'm the goddamn Batman.
And to top it all off, the IRS keep trying to audit me.
What is that? Like an alien war council? Close. They're from Washington.
You know, I feel like neither of you have even been listening to me.
What? We've totally been listening.
You've just been making stupid comments while I spill my heart out to you.
No, Diana, we totally get it. Being an immortal, ageless goddess must be unbearable. Yeah, like imagine being a woman. God damn it, Clark.
Ugh, Mother was right about you people.
No one cares, Wonder Woman. Do you know what actually sucks? Crushing a baby's skull in the palm of your hand. I mean, are you going to elaborate? Because of super strength. There we go.
So what? I also have super strength, and I've never done that. Are you an idiot?
I'm just a whole lot of muscle, Wonder Woman. That's why the women dig me. But when they hand me their babies, that's when the bad things happen. Need me to pay someone to give you a hug? Do you want me to kill again?
Superman, this is horrific.
I'm living in a world made of paper. Paper people, paper babies, paper dogs.
What did you do to the dog?
What did I do? What everyone does. I petted them, and then they stopped moving. Getting some real of mice and men vibes here, Lenny.
I don't get it.
Jeez, Diana, read a book.
I can't read.
You what?
That surprises you?
I mean, yeah, a little.
I live on an island of hunter-gatherers. Why would I need to read?
But I've seen you looking at texts, at scrolls.
Yeah, but I'm not reading them. I just look at them until someone says something ridiculous and the conversation moves on.
Sex is a real problem, guys. My pelvis is considered a weapon of mass destruction. Wonder Woman will circle back to this. I've tried masturbating, of course, but it's extremely painful. I mean, it's like milking a fire hose with a hydraulic press. It's basically an act of self-flagellation for the church at this point. Thank God I'm an atheist. Mountains are the only thing I can really do anything with, you know? There's a little cute one on the Andes. Remote, south-facing slope, good granite density, almost soft. Hey, are we talking about places we'd like to visit? Flash, I have never been happier to see you. Actually, we're talking about who has the worst power. I bet super speed has its own share of problems. Yeah, well, sometimes you enter a room so fast you hear the tail end of a horrifying conversation. But there's also the time travel. Time travel. Sure, if you move too fast, you time travel. I've been to the past lots of times. Met Wonder Woman here and there.
Alabama, 1861.
The South will rise again. Okay, well, time travel sounds more like a pro than a con. You think, but the past totally sucks. They don't even have soda there. Damn, really? Yeah, not a can in sight. Not even one. Nope. Hey, Flash? Yeah? Shut the hell up about soda. No one cares. Shut up, Flash.
You eat and drink an ungodly amount.
Yeah, it takes a lot of food to sustain me. Speed definitely isn't a power for the poor. Poor people suck. Can't focus on conversations either. Constantly scrolling and losing attention. Yeah, that's pretty normal.
Gen Z do be cooked.
Sex lasts less than a second. Isn't that average? Above average, if any. And I think so fast that it feels like a lifetime passes between sentences.
If you're such a fast thinker, how come you're stupid?
Well, I'll have you know that in the time it took you to say that, I thought of like 100 insults.
Pick your best one.
Shut up, Wonder Woman.
The shut up meme? Really? You've got nothing better?
Unfortunately, he doesn't.
Well, John, I think we all understand the format by this point, so why don't you just go ahead?
As a telepath, I can read people's every thought, including the racist ones.
Why were you staring at me when you said that? Have you been to the 1860s too, Bat?
Sometimes when sleeping, I phase through my bed and land in the center of Earth.
Is he humble bragging on me right now?
Of course, I'm also a shapeshifter, which naturally makes no sense and has led me to question the nature of my own reality.
I actually come from a family of shapeshifters.
Yeah, your dad, cousin, uncle. Did I mention they're all the same person?
Shut up, Flash.
I've shapeshifted so many times, I don't know who I am anymore. All I know is that my children are dead.
The dead parents Uno reverse. Well played, Martian.
I'm the last of my species. I have to survive. I have to replicate. The pressure is enormous. I need something to take the edge off.
You good, John?
Groovy, baby.
Hey man, I know what you're saying. I'm a real perfectionist, you know?
Being strong-willed isn't a superpower.
Of course it is. That's why my ring chose me. But it ain't easy, let me tell you. Trying to be the best at everything is tough.
That's kind of different than what we're talking about.
You know what happens when I play sports, Flash? I try my best and I win. And if I don't win, I just keep trying till I do. It's the definition of insanity.
That's not what that is.
Always pushing through, always succeeding. It's exhausting. Do you know what that does to a man?
Lantern, please go away.
Lazy ass, grown ass, nepo baby, bat dressing bitch.
All right, hot girl, I guess it's your...
Hawk Girl, are you eating KFC? Oh, yeah? What are you, blind?
Isn't that basically cannibalism?
I'm not a chicken, Flash. I'm not even a hawk. That's just what you decided to call me.
You're not half hawk?
Of course not. I'm from a different planet.
Well, then what's with the wings? Oh, I get it. She's being
How
sarcastic.
dare you eat meat around me?
Wonder Woman be like, oh, I'm a vegetarian. Worship me.
That's true, she does sound like that. Actually, I find it kind of inspiring. If Hawk Girl can eat her own kin like a gross, disgusting animal, then maybe there's a little hope for us all. At least our powers are useful. You guys ever heard of Color Kid? He has the power to change the color of anything he touches. Talk about lame.
Does he know how to find?
Zero combat training. Relies entirely on his color-changing powers. You really gotta respect commitment to the bit. Bruce, I can't fight this guy. You can hit kids, Clark. Just ask any of my Robins. I literally only have one suit. I can't fight this guy. You could try fighting him naked. Would that work? I mean, you'd probably get added to a list, but sure.
Dog welder welds dead dogs to criminal faces. That power is way worse.
John, that's not a power. That's just a deeply disturbed man.
Nah, it's a power. He uses power tools.
Where does he get the dead dogs, though?
He carries them in a sack.
Like Santa?
Yes, Superman. Exactly like Santa.
Okay, but he must have super strength, right? A sack of dogs would weigh hundreds of pounds.
He just works out a lot. Probably carb overloads before a big fight.
And logistically, how does that work? Does he hit them with the sack?
He just sort of waits for the fight to be over. And if the criminal loses, then he welds a dead dog to their face. It's really quite simple.
You know, I'm all for excessive violence for the sake of justice, but even I think this is a bit much.
Nah, he's a decent welder. He fixed my gate last week.
I could beat that. Arm fall-off boy. He can detach his own arm and use it as a weapon.
Does he grow it back?
Pops right back into place. No regeneration needed. What if he loses it? Yeah, that would be a massive problem. I mean, he could just use a bat. If you had the ability to detach your arms, would you use a bat? Well, personally, I would, since I'm the Batman, but I see your point.
You know, talking like this has made me happier about my own powers.
Yeah, at least we're not as bad as these freaks. John, do you have the number for a dog welder? I bent a metal chair in frustration while attempting to masturbate.
You didn't have to say that second part, but sure.
I know, right? I'm actually glad I don't have powers. No messy side effects to worry about. Life is so much simpler and easier. And sure, it can be tough, but when I bleed, I know I earned it. When I break, I know it's because I pushed harder. You people wake up gods. I wake up a man, and that's enough. Your life sucks, Bats.
Yeah, I'm glad I'm not you.
Powers are objectively better.
I can literally fly through space, Batman.